Some doctors are concerned about the potential health risks of a new drinking water trend. A growing number of people are dropping bottled water for natural, untreated spring water, or what they call raw water. One study says the average American drank nearly 40 gallons of bottled water in 2016. That's more than every other drink, including soda. Tony Dokoupil is in Harrison, Maine, at the source for one brand of raw water called Tourmaline Spring. Tony, good morning.
Good morning. From where I'm standing, I'm not far from the original source of Poland Spring, which of course has become one of the largest bottled water brands in America. And while the number of bottles coming out of that spring house is tiny by comparison, Tourmaline Spring is hoping that raw, unfiltered, untreated water is both safe and the next big thing in a bottle. In this marketing campaign, the quest for raw water is cast in a sacred light.
A surge of energy and peacefulness entered my being.
And as we saw in this San Francisco co-op, the pitch is working. Empty shelves are common here, where the brand Live Water sells for more than $16 a bottle.
Ordering our filled orb.
The company says their spring water is free of industrial toxins and rich in healthy microbes because it is not processed. Despite the exotic footage, Live Water sources from the same monitored spring that feeds a municipal tap in Madras, Oregon. Officials at the Centers for Disease Control say water is filtered for a reason and warn untreated water may contain bacteria, viruses, and parasites, no matter how clean it looks.
If you're not filtering it, if you're not disinfecting it, then you are, creating a risk for yourself or anybody you give the water to of diseases and other illnesses that can come from the water.
So where are you taking me right now?
2,500 miles east in Harrison, Maine, Tourmaline has become another source of so-called raw water.
So we're looking at a what here?
Bedrock, high altitude, high elevation, natural spring.
Brian Poland and his partner Seth Pruzanski say their water is the purest you'll ever taste, in part because of its age.
So how old do you think the water is that we're looking at?
The hydrogeologist that we had come up here said it's at least 10,000 years old. At least.
Is older water better water?
Yes. Verified.
How pure was the earth 10,000 years ago? Man has contributed all these contaminants. Look, in the old days, you could drink out of every lake, river, and stream on the planet. You can't do that anymore.
What do you say to somebody who's watching this or thinking about this and they're laughing? Because water is water. You drink it when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
It goes in your body.
Water, and that's what people are finding out.
Water's not water.
We are finding this out.
Tourmaline Spring is tested regularly for contaminants to ensure it meets the same standards as the community water system.
This water is really, really important because of what's not in it.
Okay.
Not because of what's in it. It's so incredibly naturally pure. It has to be a healing tonic. It has to be, because we're water creatures. I have customers that swear by it.
But they haven't attracted enough believers to turn a profit. The source provides 35 million gallons of water per year, but only 0.5% actually ends up in these bottles. The rest flows right down the drain at a cost in lost revenue of $4 per second. We decided to see if it was worth the cost.
Any medical interactions we should be aware of?
I know CPR in case you drop.
It is tasty. It's very good.
It's the best.
Mother Nature doesn't lie.
Well, I'm still standing. I should point out that experts say that raw water may contain some beneficial minerals, but a healthy diet will get you the very same minerals without the added risk. Now, the water from this spring has actually been used since the 1800s, including as a health tonic down in New York, where you are, when it was selling for about 40 cents a gallon. Jeff, that is the same as $100 a gallon today.
Tony, thank you very much. It's a very interesting subject.
I think so too.
Right?
I think he's right too when he says we're water creatures, and people have very specific ideas about what they want their water to taste like. There's a difference.
Would you try it?
I would try it. I looked at Tony. I would try it.
I think there's a reason we filter our water.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because you don't want an illness. If you've ever gotten sick from dirty water, you
Very good point.
want to drink filtered water.